It's about 5 minutes till 8 o'clock on October the 16th. I got in here a little bit late. I just really got all set up about 15 minutes ago. About 150 yards to 200 yards from here is where I killed my 150 last year. 30 yards from me is a scrape where we was getting pictures of the great big non-typical giant last year that ended up getting killed by trespassers in shotgun season. It's been a little bit drizzly this morning, but it's not rained hard. It's a little bit muggy, but we got a cold front pushing in. And I was hoping these deer would be on their feet this morning, and on the way in the field I actually bumped a buck and a doe in the edge of the field, and I didn't even need a light to see, so they were still there. Which what I was hoping is the deer were staying on the fields that late. I'm way down in a valley in a bedding thicket, and I'm right on the front side of a bedding thicket that I'd catch them coming back through, where they always start making these scrapes about this time of the year and bedding up back here on this big ridge. Just keep your fingers crossed. Hope we see the big boy this morning. I do got a doe tag, so if we get a nice big fat doe in here right in bow range, I might take her, depending on how the morning's going. So hopefully we can bring you some good action here on Strategy Outdoors. When I'm rattling early season, I like to hold my rattle bag real tight together and then just kind of move it to where the dowels inside, which are kind of square, where they just kind of slide off one another and clink against a different one. And when they do that, it sounds like two deer just sticking their rack together, maybe pushing around, but early season, don't seem like they get in those knockdown, drag-out fights like we like to represent in the fall. I mean, during the rut. So early in the fall, I like to just take my rattle bag, make a little bit of noise with it. It's worked for me a lot. Nice big doe. She come through about 20 minutes ago, and I thought she was gone. But I thought with deer filtering through here, if I rattled and grunted a little bit, I mean just real light, nothing like a big knockdown, drag-out fight, but just enough to make bucks curious. Maybe they'd come filtering down in here, because if she was passing by, maybe they were passing by. So after I thought she had moved off, about 10 minutes later, I rattled. And a little bit later, I saw her coming back, and she milled around over there, by where the scrapes are, about 35, 40 yards away. And I thought for a minute she was going to leave. So I just reached down and hit my grunt real easy. I mean, it's a doe, but she was curious and she wanted to see what was going on, so here she come. She walked right through a scrape that they make every year, which I don't think it's there now. You've seen, she walked right in here 20 yards. I smoked her quarter of the way, so. Got another good big fat doe down for Strategy Outdoors. We're going to have the freezer full this fall. But we got some doe tags and it's good. I like to harvest my deer early season. And the reason I do, I'm talking does, is because they aren't bred yet. If they aren't bred, then I know a buck ain't wasted 24 or 48 hours on her trying to breed her. And maybe the big buck in our area, or several big bucks, have bred certain does. If I wait till late season and I kill half or all those does, I've really depleted my my reproduction of the big buck. So like what I like to do is kill them early season, and then when the rut kicks in, the does that are left, there's a better buck to doe ratio, which makes the rut better. And it also allows the does that are left to be bred by the big bucks. And then, you know, I try not to kill too many of them late season. So that way I know that what the bucks have bred is going to be here, you know, for future generations. So, another deer down. Go get her.
Here she is, beautiful doe. It's been a great morning to be out in the woods, seeing the leaves fall. The collars have been so beautiful, changing here the past several days. As you can hear, there's some rain coming down through the trees at the moment, and this doe moved right ahead of that rain. She was just kind of looking for a place to bed up, I think, and she heard me rattling there and threw out a few grunts, hoping to pull a buck in this morning. And she got curious and had to come in and check it out and gave me a 20-yard shot. So I got some more venison to put in the freezer, and we're looking forward to the next several days because this front's supposed to leave some cold weather. And at the end of October, of course this is the 16th, we start seeing a lot of rut action, and of course the pre-rut kicking in, the scrapes open up and the rubs get tore up, and the rut kicks in. So the prime time is getting ready to hit, and we're excited about it. So thanks for coming to Strategy Outdoors, watching our hunts, and we've showed you several of our doe kills, and now we're expecting here in the next several weeks to bring you some exciting action with some big bucks chasing does and working scrapes and hopefully getting an arrow through them. So stay tuned, and we'll bring you some more action here at strategyoutdoors.com.